my name is Jonas. Today we're going to take a look at the Yamaha TX81Z, also known as the TX81Z, and especially known as the box with lately bass. The TX81Z was released on the market in 1987. It was part of Yamaha's second generation of FM synths. Compared to the DX7, it has only 4 operators instead of 6, but you can choose from different waveforms, which actually opens up quite a lot of sound design possibilities. When checking out the patches, it becomes obvious that this synth stands on the doorstep between the 80s and the 90s. And as we all know, one of its presets has become a huge classic. Let's check out some of the ROM patches. That's all quite nice, but can this synth still be useful today? To find out, I created a melodic techno track using the TX81Z as only sound source. First, I needed to find a more convenient way to program the synth, because editing 4 operators on a small display using only the menu becomes tedious really fast. Luckily, there are multiple options to do this. After some fiddling around, I got the TX81Z controller panel working. As you can see, if I change options in the editor here, it's reflecting on the TX81Z itself. One of the problems that I noticed though is if you do fast edits, it tends to overload the MIDI buffer of the Yamaha TX81Z. Let me show you what I mean. As long as I make the change really slow, it's no problem, and you see the change happening on the display as well. But if I make a quick change, the MIDI buffer is full. This doesn't really cause a problem, but it's a little bit annoying. Creating a kick on a synth is usually not that difficult. Usually it's a matter of a dropping pitch envelope, and if you use that on a sine wave, you're already halfway there. Now the TX81Z doesn't have a pitch envelope, at least not an obvious way to do something like this. So here it's a matter of modulating your carrier to kind of create the same effect as a dropping pitch. This is a really fiddly thing to do with lots of fine tuning, so I was happy I could use the editor. Let's listen to the result. So this is basically algorithm 1, where every operator modulates the next one in the chain. So we start at 4, it's modulating 3, it's modulating 2, and that's modulating operator 1, which is the carrier. So it's a matter of really fine-tuning the pitches and the attack and decay, mostly the decay actually, to create this effect of a dropping pitch and to get the frequency peak at exactly the right point, usually around 50 Hertz for a good kick. Creating hi-hats is quite a bit easier. Basically, you first need to generate noise. For this, you can use algorithm 1 again, where 4 has a feedback loop. If you put this feedback on maximum, you create a lot of overtones that we perceive as noise. If you then use that to modulate the next operators, you get a very noisy sound, and then it's mostly a matter of playing with the decay rates to get it nice and punchy. As you can hear, it still has a little bit of a metallic ring to it as well. That's done by not pushing the level of operator 2, which is modulating the carrier here, to the max, but leave a little bit of headroom, so then we can still hear the frequency of the carrier as well, which is in this case a very high-pitched sine wave, and that's kind of the metallic sound you hear at the end. To create a clap-like sound, it's a similar process, but there you keep all the pitches quite a bit lower. And it's once again a matter of really fine-tuning the envelopes to get the exact right crack in the sound, and it's really fiddly actually. Without this editor, it's something that would take you hours of work probably. And to really finish off this clap, I layered it with a preset of the TX81Z called Noise Shot. I combined all of these and created this pattern. Now let's do a sound that these FM synths love to make, tuned percussion. This works so well because, well, basically tuned percussion is a lot of transients in the beginning of the sound, which then smooth out to a more pure tone that has a note in it. Something like this. It's based on algorithm 3, so it's modulating the carrier, which is operator 1, with very short decay rates, so we get this transient in the beginning. Then I also used the LFO to modulate the pitch, so it has a little bit of a vibrato in it, which made it sound quite interesting. And in this case, operator 4 is modulating operator 1, the carrier, separately. And I use it in this case to give a little bit more grit to the sound, but it's quite subtle though. I added some reverb and delay to this and created this pattern. Really love these sounds, and FM synths like the TX81Z are really great at creating them. Next, let's use some presets. First, the reason why you probably even know that something like the TX81Z exists. Preset C15 lately bass. This basically is a very nice synth bass preset that cuts through the mix almost automatically. So I totally understand why it got so popular. It's just one of those sounds that just simply works all the time. Let's listen to what we have until now. Now some strings. I modified the high string 1 preset. I added a vibrato to it to make it detuned a little bit more, and it gives it this nice brittle broken sound. And then I gated it using the closed hi-hat pattern. If you want to know how to do that, I made a video about it a while ago. There. So this is the original sound. And with the gate, next, another great patch I found in this TX81Z. It's actually in the RAM patches, so it seems that it's present from the previous owner. So I'm not sure if this is actually an official preset or not. It seems to be a modified tube bells actually. It's really nice. It's kind of a Rhodes-like sound, and it's featured in this track quite a lot. To me, these kinds of sounds are one of the strong points of FM synthesis, and actually it sounds really warm according to me. Finally, let's sprinkle in some effects. I created this laser-like modulating patch to be used at transitions. Some of the finishing touches I did are adding heavy compression to the kick to make it more punchy, and I also used the kick to sidechain the bass a little bit, just to make everything punch through a little bit more. And then of course I added some panning, delay and reverb to make these mono sounds come to life a little bit. Let's listen to the final result. that's it for today. So what do you think? Is the TX81Z still useful today? Let's discuss in the comments. I created a lot of music for this channel already, so I put a compilation of it on Bandcamp. Check it out if you're interested. It could be a nice way to support the channel. And of course, if you want more like this, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button if you want to be notified when the next video goes live. Bye bye.